Original.
Hello and welcome to Web Crawlers, the podcast where we do a deep dive into some of our favorite unsolved mysteries. Each week, we will introduce our topic, lay out our research and findings, reveal some conspiracy theories, and conclude with our own hypothesis. Who knows, we might even solve the case. I am Allie Siegel.
I am Melissa Stettin.
And I'm producer Maria.
Hi, Maria.
Sick. Hi, Maria. Web Crawlers has a Patreon, and it's been booming to get access to rewards. The big boom. To get access to rewards, bonus eps, shout outs, merch discounts. Please go to patreon.com/webcrawlers. You can donate as little as $2 a month to become one of our bimbo patrons. And because this is I only have to record this episode today. That's like all I have on my schedule. I'm going to spend the rest of the day recording some Bigfoot erotica.
Great.
And it's a gorgeous day out, so I might put on a bikini and do it outside. So if you want to become a patron, you might get access to me in a bikini reading some Bigfoot erotica by the pool.
Whoa.
I know. Please rate and review us on Apple Podcasts. If you give us a 5-star review, screenshot and DM it to us, and we will shout you out on the podcast. Then there's also this really cool new thing. So there's this new thing called Acast Supporter, and it's basically like you can tip us if you'd like. So instead of donating to our Patreon, or in addition to donating to our Patreon, if you'd like a certain episode, if you like something we said, if you're just feeling generous, or if you want to tip me, Marissa, or Lydia, you can go to supporter.acast.com/webcrawlers. And you can make like a one-time donation. So think of it as like a tip jar, like listen to an episode and you can just like tip us $1 after you listen to the episode, or like $2 or $5, whatever you want. But it's just like a one-time donation thing. So if you feel like it, you can go to supporter.acast.com/webcrawlers and just give us a little donation when and if you feel like it.
And you guys will shout out their names, right?
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
There's a space where you can put your name. You can put a nickname. You can put whatever name you want.
And you can put a little message.
You can put a little message too.
We already got one. We got one, right? What are
Marissa.
Bigfoot's dick.
Bigfoot's dick.
$3 from Marissa, and the message was Bigfoot's dick. And it's stuff like that that really keeps us going. So if you just want to tip us one-time tips, please do. Just think of it like a coffee house tip jar. Also, Erios has a hotline.
626-604-6262.
It's been getting so many messages that now once a week we're probably going to do a mailbag episode. So keep those coming. Also, we got like some voicemails about murderers and stuff. So,
yeah, we got some good voicemails.
We're going to have to think about our liability in all of this.
We have to get insurance.
We're going to have to get insurance.
Podcast insurance.
Melissa, who are our patrons for the week?
We have Randy W., Kaylee H., Jeff P., Jerry, Juliet F., and Jenna M. Welcome.
Welcome. Do you think it's Jerry Seinfeld?
Yes, it 100% is.
Wow. Thank you, Jerry. Okay. Well, our episode today was suggested by a listener, I think. And it's also a big LA story.
Yeah.
So, Melissa, what are we talking about today?
In the 1960s, a guy named James Baker, who's a former Marine, a suspected bank robber, and bodybuilding gym owner from Cincinnati, Ohio, moved to Los Angeles to open a health food restaurant on the Sunset Strip called The Source. He changed his name to Father Yod, and he started a cult based on the belief that he was essentially God. And then 150 of his followers crammed into a 3-bedroom house in the Hollywood Hills. And of course, what would a cult be without bizarre sex practices, drugs, a jam band, and a hang gliding accident?
Hell yeah, baby.
The Source family has it all.
Let's get into it. you think he named himself Father Yod because Yod rhymes with God?
Yes. I just realized that now.
I want to Google real quick meaning of Yod. The 10th and smallest letter of the Hebrew alphabet. The letter Yod, according to the Jewish sages, the Yod represents the world to come in completeness. The Yod is the most frequently used letter in the Aleph Bet as it appears in Hebrew texts. I forgot how to read today.
Are you okay?
I'm having a stroke. Originally, the word just meant nation. Okay, well, it seems like it has. Is it a Scrabble word? It is a valid Scrabble word.
Oh, that's good. That's a lot of points. You got the Y.
That's a lot of points. All right, so that's a little background on that. Okay, let's continue.
Okay, so in 1969, nice. One of the world's first health food restaurants opened on the Sunset Strip in Los Angeles. It was called the Source Restaurant. By the way, Allie's drinking apple cider vinegar and making like a sour face every time she takes a sip.
It's so gross. I don't know. I think you're supposed to mix it with like juice, but I just put it in plain water and it tastes disgusting.
It's not.
I should have asked Father Yod what I'm supposed to do with this apple cider vinegar.
Well, I don't know if he's still around anymore. We'll find out.
Let's get into it.
Get into it.
Ambulance.
Whoa, Maria.
There's an ambulance.
Oh.
Okay. Where was I? So Father Yod ran this restaurant. It had organic vegetarian food served by a group of hippies dressed in white robes.
Oh my God,
Cafe
my
gratitude.
nightmare, truly. What was this place called?
The Source
Restaurant.
It was one of the world's first vegetarian health restaurants.
Yeah, I mean, like, it was like around in the 70s.
Yeah.
Like, people, like big people ate there.
Oh yeah, big people.
We're about to get into it.
Okay.
The best people. Because the thought of a meatless restaurant blew people's minds, like it had never even existed. So celebrities like Marlon Brando, Warren Beatty, Greta Garbo,
Wow.
John Lennon, and Yoko Ono were regulars.
Midge, it's like we're flying.
Midge, it's like just like flying.
Oh, this place.
See?
This place is that little shack.
Yep,
Yeah.
where Cabo Cantina is now.
Oh my God, times change.
And it was even featured in Annie Hall.
Yeah, when he backs his car, when he runs his car into it.
He orders alfalfa sprouts.
Oh, maybe I'm thinking of a different scene.
Whatever. Who cares about him anymore? So at its peak, it reportedly took in $300,000 a month.
That's like the same as what our podcast makes.
Exactly. What a lot of the regulars didn't realize at the time was that the restaurant was ground zero for the Source family, which is a collective of about 150 of Father Yod's religious followers who all lived in a communal style house in the Hollywood Hills.
Yikes.
The restaurant was the perfect recruiting tool for Father Yod because it attracted impressionable young people looking for a sense of purpose and community.
Have we found their house in the Hollywood Hills for Source
Well,
family?
I found their one
Hollywood?
on Inverness, which is in Los Feliz.
Yeah, they moved around. They first had a house in the Hollywood Hills, and they moved to Los Feliz.
which is right down the street.
Oh, here it is on Curbed. The respectable LA houses of 1970s hippie cult, The Source. We can put this up, but it's a list of all the houses that they lived in. Wow, they lived in a house built by Catherine Deneuve.
Wow.
Oh.
That's pretty hip.
Who's this Father Yod guy? He was born James Baker in Cincinnati, Ohio. He was actually awarded... What happened?
Bud Cort from Harold and Maude was part of the Source family for a few years.
Are you serious?
Yes.
No way.
Yeah. It says, lastly, we just have to tell you that actor Bud Cort, most famous for Harold and Maude, briefly joined the family in the early years.
Oh, wow. How? He must have been super young.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. The Source family believed in natural birth and delivered 51 babies in their home.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit.
So, yeah, this Father Yod guy. So, James Baker was his real name. He was actually awarded the Silver Star Medal for heroism during the World War II. During World War II. He owned a bodybuilding gym. He was an expert in jujitsu. He was a suspected bank robber and an accused murderer.
Sounds great.
This is the Father Yod.
Father Yod, his original name is James Baker. So he had 2 previous marriages. before he moved to LA, both of which he also had children. And he moved to LA in the late 60s to become a stuntman.
Oh, wow.
And he was rumored to be having an affair with actress Jean Ingram.
Interesting.
And some even believe that this guy, James Baker, killed Jean's husband, but he was never convicted. And he also bragged that he got the money to open the restaurant by robbing banks.
Wow.
The Source restaurant. But none of this is really
substantiated.
Yeah. So he was really into LSD and speed before turning to spiritualism and mysticism. He studied under Yogi Bhajan, a Sikh spiritual leader and teacher of Kundalini yoga. He officially began calling himself Father Yod, and then things started to get very weird from there.
This house on Inverness in Los Feliz is humongous. And it's just...
Send us a link, girl.
Okay, it's called the Harry Chandler Estate, built in the tradition of Hollywood's golden era. The home was designed in 1914 for living on a grand scale. It's a 24-room interior.
24 rooms. Realtor.com. Oh my God, that is beautiful. It's estimated to be $6.8 million.
Oh my God, what?
You can't even see it on Street View because the driveway's so long.
If a cult had like a fatty crib like that, I'd be into it.
Hell yeah. So he began offering yoga classes and was often seen driving a white Rolls Royce. Apparently,
I love that shit.
Yeah, apparently a favorite of cult leaders. He was known to pick up young, impressionable girls and bring them back to his yoga studio inside the restaurant.
Yuck.
So one of the earliest converts was 19-year-old Robin Popper. She was a go-go dancer who had turned down Father Yod's advances several times. However, on August 9th, 1969, she chose a yoga class at the Source restaurant over her previous plans, which was a night at her friend Sharon Tate's house, the same night the Manson family murdered everyone.
What?
Holy shit.
Yeah. So she was like, oh, this is fate. And she married Father Yod, making her the first official mother of the Source family. That's crazy.
That is nuts. I would be like, oh, first of all, what like two bad routes in life she was given?
I know. You either get murdered by the Manson family
join this cult.
Yeah. Girl, your life is doomed from the start.
Yeah, but she got to move into this house.
Well,
that is true.
Yeah.
Man, two roads diverge in a yellow road.
Huh?
What are you talking about, Allie?
Is that a saying?
No, she's
It's
having her
Walt
stroke.
Whitman's.
A yellow
Okay.
road.
What's the quote? Two roads diverge.
It's not a yellow road. You're thinking of the yellow brick road.
How does the road not take and go?
The road less
Traveled.
traveled.
Two roads diverge in a yellow wood. You guys are dumb
Oh,
bitches. I got it
okay,
off by
well.
like one. You know what? You guys are going to be really sorry when I'm gone and this podcast tanks. Okay.
I'm sorry. I didn't know yellow was in there.
Yeah, you didn't.
But I also just
Yeah, you guys are going to be sorry when I'm
sent
gone.
you a picture of the artist that lives there.
I don't care.
You're gonna
Eventually, Father, I don't give a
you're
shit.
gonna like it, Allie. Take a look at him.
This is scary. Who is this guy?
He's an
I
artist.
don't like it. He's probably on Raya.
He's a full-time artist.
Eventually, Father Yod amassed around 140 followers, all of whom, that's how many people are going to be left listening to this podcast when I'm gone. Eventually, Father Yod amassed around 140 followers, all of whom rid themselves of their houses and belongings to move closer to their quote-unquote earthly spiritual father and his home above the restaurant. Yod's followers just so happened to be young, beautiful, and stylish, despite essentially living and working together 24/7. On the surface, the Source family was your stereotypical hippie commune, complete with spirituality, free love, and yoga. They were very hip. They weren't dirty hippies, despite their long hair. Everyone was clean and well-dressed. Members of the cult felt so strongly about their beliefs and the idea they were family that many changed their names, to Electricity, Sunflower, Lotus, Isis, Galaxy, Harvest Moon, Yahava, and Olympus, and their last names to Aquarian.
I enjoy the name electricity.
I think it's cool too.
My name's Electricity Aquarian.
Well,
That's sick.
or
Lotus
Galaxy.
Aquarian.
My name is Galaxy.
Galaxy's a good name.
I know someone named Lotus.
So that's a
Lotus
cool name
is-
too.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool name.
Yeah. We should give each other source family cult names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's like a BuzzFeed quiz of like, what's your source
What's
family
your
cult
name? Yeah.
What's your
Yeah.
source?
Maybe like Bumblebee for me. I think that'd be nice.
You know that Melissa in Greek means bumblebee.
It does.
Yes.
So like, there's a
Well, that's
swarm of
so weird.
Melissas coming.
If I'm sure we have a listener who like does app stuff or like knows how to do that. So someone make a cult name generator. I want to be like Petal Aquamarine.
Petal Aquamarine.
God, how sad.
Lavender raindrops.
Oh, lavender.
Lavender
Lavender's good.
raindrop sounds like a nice like Bath and Body Works scent.
Yeah. Okay, so someone get on that. Whoever's listening, someone just figure that out for us. There were tons of young, beautiful women, and of course, Father Yod had sex with lots of them in the name of heightened consciousness. It's been said that Father Yod had 14 wives in the cult, but his only legal marriage was to Robin Popper, who gave him a daughter named Tao. Robin has been quoted saying that Yod was a dirty old man on a lust trip.
Oh.
Overall, despite having 14 wives, only 3 children are attributed as being his, though almost every picture of the Source family cult includes multiple pregnant women. Yowza. Then they moved to Los Feliz. In 1972, Father Yod moved 143 disciples into his new fatty crib in the Los Feliz foothills, a Georgian-style mansion that was previously owned by newspaper tycoon Harry Chandler.
A newspaper tycoon. I owned in the newspaper, Midge.
Newspaper tycoon. Hot the presses.
Hot off the presses, Midge.
It was built in 1914. In 2008, it went on the market for $6.799 million. The Source family allegedly was the no way. That's cool. The Source family was allegedly the inspiration for the poster art for Jesus Christ Superstar. I love that musical, by the way.
Jesus Christ.
Superstar. Who are you? What do you say you are?
Did you want to know?
Angelicals do, angelicals don't. Is that the same?
Yeah, magical Mr.
Magical
Mistopheles Jesus.
Mistopheles.
Yod also had 10 commandments. He wrote them in 1972. 1, obey and live by the teachings of your earthly spiritual father. 2, love your earthly spiritual father more than yourself.
Oh.
3, harm not one of your body parts, either by neglect, food, drink, or knife. 4, allow each vibration to come its own cycle without interference. Okay. 5, possess nothing you do not need to share all you have. 6, the man and his woman are one. Let nothing separate them. 7, squander not thy creative force in lust, but come together only when the 3 vibrations of the physical, the mental, and the emotional are in harmony with spiritual love. Okay. 8, each morning, join your vibration with the ascending currents of the universal life energy using the keys that your earthly spiritual father has taught you. 9, do every act energetically, intelligently, truthfully, and lovingly. 10, when these commandments are mastered, leave the house of your earthly spiritual father and do the work of your heavenly father. So, like, kill yourself once you've got it.
Yeah, once you... Yeah, okay. Marissa. So there's a band.
Sick.
So music was central to the family lifestyle. The members formed a house band named Yahweh.
I'm going to take a wild guess and just say they didn't sound great.
Well, they were a psychedelic rock band that played local high schools and other establishments.
That's so embarrassing.
Oh, boy.
That's so
Yeah.
embarrassing.
Yeah. high
God.
schools.
Oh my, what was the band name?
Yahowah.
Like YAHO
HOWHA. Yahowah 13. So after meditating between the hours of 3 and 6 a.m., the family would then begin pressing LPs that they sold for $10 each. They recorded 9 albums.
Oh my God.
And Father Yod believed that he had magical powers and that he could talk to God directly.
Oof.
Which eventually turned into the belief that Father Yod was God. In the Source family documentary, there's a 16-year-old girl giving birth in the Source family's home. She's surrounded by all the cult members, including her husband, 27-year-old Sunflower Aquarian.
Good name.
So she's 16, he's 27. Yikes. The Source family recorded nearly everything they did. And in this video, the baby arrives stillborn.
Oh.
This is in the documentary, if you guys have seen it.
Oh, God.
So Father Yod takes the baby and he begins praying over it, and everyone begins to cry loudly. And eventually 52 babies would be born into the Source family.
Jesus Christ.
After allegedly bringing a baby back to life, Father Yod believed he had a mission to populate the world with even more of them.
Oh, God.
So he began having sex with all the underage disciples, much to the chagrin of his first wife, Robin.
Yeah.
And after calling Yod a dirty old man on a lust trip, Robin was demoted from her position as house mother. She was replaced by an even younger woman, Makushla. So at 20 years old, Robin was already getting too old for Father Yod. So at 20, he was like, I need to replace you with someone younger.
Welcome to Tinseltown.
Welcome to LA, baby.
Yeah.
So by 1974, Father Yod was getting very paranoid because the hospital alerted authorities when the family brought in a child that almost died from an easily treatable staph infection.
Oof.
So they were just doing like this holistic medication. They weren't taking care of any of these kids. And some of the underage girls in the cult were missed by their families.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
And some of their families were like rich and influential.
Yeah.
And they're like, where are our 16-year-old daughters going? So Father Yod closed the Source restaurant and they moved the whole family to Hawaii. However, the locals were not excited about this creepy cult of white people moving into their neighborhood and trying to take their jobs. And despite their supposed fortune, their trip to Hawaii nearly bankrupted the Source family, mostly because of Father Yod's insistence that they had to buy a private plane and a boat for their island lifestyle. Yeah. So things quickly grew desperate for Father Yod and instructed the male disciples to trim their hair and beards and find jobs as soon as possible. He was like, we're out of money. You guys need to find jobs. We can't just be hanging out on yachts all day long. So the locals believed that the group would follow in the footsteps of other American cults like the Manson family. So Father Yod also believed the government was coming after him for his underage marriages and like shady tax problems. Then we come to the hang gliding accident.
Uh-oh. As all things do.
As all things come to. So on August 5th, 1979, Father Yod decided to go on a hang gliding mission. The only issue, which several family members brought up, is that Father Yod had never even tried to hang glide before. He was just like, I need to do this.
What kind of hang gliding mission? That sounds like a Mission Impossible kind of. Calling anything a mission is weird.
Hang gliding mission. Before leaving that morning, it was a mission. Father Yod allegedly told his wife, Makushla, that her black dress was appropriate, which some people think that maybe the trip was always supposed to end tragically. So a bunch of the family members went up to the 13,000-foot tall cliff with Father Yod, and there's a video of him attempting to take off.
Oh, no.
In the footage, he can be seen leaping into the air and immediately falling out of the sky.
That's really embarrassing.
That's so embarrassing.
He landed on a beach. He was still alive, but unable to move. After the incident, the Source family gathered around Father Yod and asked what they should do. He yelled, "Transmute my pain." The group stood around, alternately wailing and chanting, "Transmute my pain, transmute my pain." Even though his body showed no outward signs of damage, Father Yod was unable to move and had to be carried home. During that time, members debated bringing him to a hospital, but another member pointed out that their religion doesn't believe in hospitals, so they never took him. He died 9 days later in his home. That's insane. The Source family, having no leader and no means of income, were forced to disband in 1977. Many still don't see it as a cult and are grateful for their experience.
Yeah, because you're brainwashed.
Yeah, that's insane. By the way, I just found the source, the menu.
Ooh.
Or at least a partial menu. So vegetable salads, they had like a small dinner salad, Aladdin's lamp, which was carrots, beets, raisins, alfalfa sprouts with garlic herb dressing.
Go away. Absolutely not.
What did he not like about that?
That sounds disgusting.
The raisins? The raisins don't sound good to me.
Oh, raisins.
Can you imagine? I can't even imagine. I'm sorry. I don't need their bullshit food. Sorry.
Vegetable bouquet, Italian salad, Chinese salad, Greek salad, the Aware salad, carrots, beets, cucumber. That sounds like the beginning of
Cafe Gratitude.
Yeah. The Israeli make your own salad. Then there's a bunch of fruit salads. There's some juices.
Where are they getting all their fruits and vegetables?
It's weird that it seems like there's only salads. I bet you they're growing them.
I don't trust it.
Because then here there's the Source restaurant. It's Cinefamily. So obviously this was when they aired the documentary at Cinefamily.
Oh, they probably...
So
yeah.
It looks like they redid the menu, but I don't know if this is updated or stuff if they had then. But they have like mushroom barley soup, green pea guacamole, the Source special, which is an open-faced sandwich with Source dressing, guacamole, mushroom sprouts, tomato, cheddar cheese, sesame. So it's basically all like vegan, vegetarian food.
Green pea guacamole. Why don't you just make guacamole from avocados?
That's actually a really great question.
That seems like a bad prank. Here, I made you guacamole. JK, it's smashed peas.
Made with peas. That sounds so gross. Many members tried to keep the group going and posthumously kept the band together. No thanks. And through the Source, and though the Source family is, though the Source restaurant is no longer around, Father Yod pretty much spearheaded the health food movement in Los Angeles, for better or for good.
He was the first person to open like a health restaurant in LA, which is crazy.
That's all fine, but I just like don't trust them. And I don't want their like raw shit in front of me because I bet you like they had like long hair and stuff and I don't want it. Like I don't.
I actually don't mind when hair's in my food. Like it doesn't weird me out.
Really?
No, hair and food is disgusting. I can't, like, it ruins the whole thing for me.
Yeah.
I just can't do it.
Oh, yeah. So I guess Cafe Gratitude is inspired by the Source family.
Oh,
so this is from a podcast called Maximum Fun.
Sounds fun.
It does sound fun. Ross and Carrie attend Cafe Gratitude's one-night dinner inspired by the hippie spiritual commune, the Source family, and their famous Los Angeles restaurant. Plus, original members of the group speak, and Landmark Forum makes a cameo.
Oh, get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder when was Landmark Forum?
When was that, like, established?
Yeah.
1991.
I wonder if...
Former members of the Source family are in Landmark.
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if there's some sort of correlation between the Source family and Landmark Forum.
That Erhard seminar training, which is what inspired the Landmark, that was started in 1971. That's crazy that Bud Cort was in the Source family.
That is really crazy. Let's Google celebrities in the Source family.
Bud Cort. He never actually joined the family, nor did he ever live with the rest of us.
I mean, that's what it said in this Curbed article.
Yeah. There's a restaurant in Culver City called Vespertine that also is very cult-like, but it's like very high-end, like everyone wears like robes, I guess. But there's like different levels to the restaurant. Like they take you to a different room for like each course. And it's like,
Whoa.
It's pretty cool though. It kind of feels like a cult, but
looking at pictures of them is pretty crazy.
Yeah, they look pretty cool. Like they were considered like style icons.
Really?
Yeah, like people thought they were like, because they were all young and hip and cool. I probably would have joined the Source family.
If you want to learn more about the Source family, there is a documentary called The Source Family.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Which you can watch online. I'm pretty sure it's free a bunch of places. Maybe try like Netflix or Hulu or something like that. Yeah, pretty weird stuff. I'm really interested to hear. I mean, obviously there is some sort of direct correlation between the Source family and Cafe Gratitude. I'd be interested to see.
Oh, for sure.
We should research more like how direct that correlation is, because I bet that like maybe someone from one of those weird creators from Cafe Gratitude, like I bet you one of them was somehow affiliated in the Source family, or maybe was like a kid in the Source family, who knows, but is keeping it under wraps.
And who was impregnating all these women? Was it wasn't him, right? It was like that.
He only had, I believe, 3 children, but it was just all the dudes.
Okay, so it wasn't like
everyone was just having sex with everyone.
No, yeah, it wasn't like a Waco thing.
Although Father Yod was having sex with all of the women.
Oh, okay. Well, thank God for that.
But it was also other guys in the cult.
Yeah, so that's a wrap on the Source family. Again, if you are into making apps or know how to do any coding, please create us some sort of template of how to create your own cult name, because we'd really appreciate that. I think it'd be pretty cool. Do you guys have any closing remarks on the Source family, or do you have like a favorite vegetarian food or meal? I really enjoy lentils and chickpeas.
Yeah.
I love avocado when you just put like a little bit of olive oil on it and some salt and pepper on it.
Okay.
Man, what nature's butter.
What a treat. I also like raw vegan cheesecake is really good.
Vegan desserts are really good.
Vegan desserts are great. Maria, do you like vegan desserts? Would you eat a vegan dessert from the Source family?
I do not honest to God, like I enjoy vegan food. I've been trying to go vegan once a week.
Meatless Mondays?
Meatless Mondays.
I haven't picked a specific day. It's kind of like what day, whatever I'm feeling like. But these, I do not trust groups of people with flowing gowns and long hair. And maybe that's something that's just inherently in me.
No, I get it. I don't either.
And this picture I just sent you where Father Yod is sitting on his Rolls Royce with his legs spread, and then his 4 bandmates around him is really sick.
Sick.
It's so gross.
It's so sick.
Sick, like cruel?
No. And they all probably smelled.
Well, my hippie name is Aphrodite Sunshine Azusa.
Wow, I'm jealous. Why doesn't this thing work for me?
The hippie name generator.
You type in my name?
Petunia. No, it's just a list of random names.
Oh, you can just choose a name?
I still want to be Bumblebee.
Okay, Bumblebee Blasucci.
Oh, cute.
Bumblebee Blasucci.
Anyways, well, Melissa, if people want to talk to us, where can they contact us?
You can send us an email at webcrawlerspod@gmail.com, or you can find us on Twitter and Instagram and Reddit and the Facebook.
Awesome. And don't forget to tip us if you enjoy the show. I am Petal Lavender Raindrops.
I am Whisper Honest Nova.
And I'm Bumblebee, producer Bumblebee.
Bye.
An Erios original.
Powered by Acast.